Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. It's Friday night, it's 6 p.m, it's always 6 p.m. It's the Chelsea show. I'm still looking for that clip of Arsenal holding a Champions League title for their intro. So I've looked all over the internet. If anyone can find me one, that would be absolutely swell, because you can use FIFA if they haven't actually ever won one. You can use FIFA, I don't mind. Although you probably have to change half your squad on FIFA because you're a bit shit. But that's my Arsenal dig for the Chelsea show. I mean, you are playing Arsenal, so we might as well get the party started. I hope you smash them. I really do. Like, I need these tiers. So as a rival, not a rival. Well, actually, you could call Argyle and Arsenal rivals. To be fair, I mean,
yeah, I think right now they are kind of rivals.
Sort of local rivals.
Give it time.
We're both in the same. We're both in the south. I mean, we're probably run better than them actually. So I don't know if it's disrespectful to us, but yeah, I need their tears as a neutral. I just love to see their tears. Like they are hilarious. I mean, some of them have given up supporting them now, which is even more funny. Like I've watched my team go through administration, supported all of that. Yeah, they can't do Arsenal. It's actually funny. But on the other side, you lot seem to be going in a fairly decent direction. You ended last season with a trophy. You started the season with a trophy. I mean, you can't get worse than that. I mean, it was the Champions League, so it's not like a small one.
I mean, it's not like we're not champions of Europe and everyone else is our bitch. But I mean, apart from that, like, you know, it's nothing else like that. You know, like no other team is better than us. We've proved that. Like, see you later. But like, nah. Like, I'm sorry.
I think breakfast has been burgled.
Someone call the cops. But Alex, you ended the season holding the big ears. You haven't done that since Di Matteo. So
yeah,
it's just something. It's just something about new managers coming in halfway through a season, you winning silverware. Should do it more often.
Yeah. Well, Abramovich has done it again. You know, Abramovich fires the manager, and the next manager comes in, and we keep winning trophies. You know, I think Chelsea. I think every 2 years on, we always win trophies. It was bound. That was the time we had to win a trophy because we didn't win a trophy since Sarri. So it was 2 years. So we were meant to win a trophy that year, and the Champions League is that trophy. So.
And United's still waiting for their trophy 4 years on.
4 years. Yeah.
Fucking hell! Sorry, I am absolutely ripping everyone.
If we're gonna do that properly now, we've got to be like, they've just signed a manager for another millions of pounds contract. When in the last 3 years he's done fuck all for them, and they're like, you know what? A Man U fan said to me, "Oh, but we got second in the Premier League. Second doesn't get you a trophy, huh?"
One minute. So I think when Jose left United, we're not going to get into much talk, but he left that club in, well, diabolical shit.
Jose still won them a trophy, though. Won them a trophy, though. Something Ole can't do. That's my Mourinho, you know.
But to be fair, if we're thinking about the long-term ambition of the club, I think Ole is probably the better manager. I don't know if he'll ever get across the line, but he's certainly improving United. Big up to Chris, who says, big up Niall, have a great stream, thank you. Big up to Liv Fam. Cop just saying, just heard the news that my mum died. Terribly sorry to hear that, bro. Don't really know what to say about that. Natasha says, "Yo, should I hop on?" Yeah. I've sent you the link.
That's kind of the whole point of Niall sending you the link.
Yeah, I've sent you the link on TikTok. So just copy and paste the link, and then that will be good. Dylan says, as an honest Chelsea fan, on Lampard back, why did we sack him? Dylan's actually a United fan, but look,
no shit with the Martial thing.
You never know. Chelsea were looking at Martial, apparently.
Yeah, and then Chelsea made a good decision not to be associated with him because we're not dickheads. Yeah. Like, we chose not to be associated with someone of that standard or quality.
Well, Martial or Werner?
Martial, hun.
We're also joined by Natasha. How are we doing?
Good.
Decent. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today is obviously your striker options. Now, there's been a little bit of movement in Chelsea over the summer. You've had the return of Lukaku, and you've had Tammy Abraham walkouts. Well, when I say walkout, I mean you've basically just pulled Roma's pants down in public and took all their money. Because now you've got that much money for Tammy Abraham. Do you know what?
It's called Marina
I don't know
Grazilov.
why we signed Lukaku for like 93 million.
Sorry?
Yeah, Lukaku was 93, but he's world class. But Tammy,
Just to clarify, we haven't
for-
actually paid anything for Lukaku because of all the transfers and sellings we've made. We've actually made 95.4 million on sellings. We haven't actually paid for Lukaku. People should look that up first.
Well, no, I'm going to look at the fact that there was money paid for Lukaku. But
it's cancelled it out.
Yeah,
I would say with the youth academy who we sold, we didn't really have to like that money is actually just given to Chelsea and we didn't have to use it. So youth academy, we didn't pay nothing for those to get sold. But like the players we sold, I don't know what players we sold actually, who we paid for, but like I won't really class that. But like the players from our academy who we sold, I would like say it didn't cost us anything for that.
I think what I do is there's still money, so like you've still paid money for Lukaku. It's just because you've sold other players doesn't mean you've just magically got Lukaku for free. You've still, forked out 93 million for Lukaku. It's still a good deal.
It's just the way we did it is pretty good though. Like we sold a bunch of academy players we won't use and then use that money towards Lukaku.
Yeah, look, the way that Chelsea operate and have the way they keep their money and all of that very smart business. But Lukaku still costs money. But Alex, I'll start with you. Lukaku is back. Happy to see him.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, are you happy to see Lukaku back?
Yeah, man. Sorry. Look, I think Lukaku was my first choice, but the move is the right move for both parties, for Chelsea and for him.
Yeah.
I think we have missed a dogged striker who's physical, who can play on players' backs and defenders' backs, who can link up with players. We haven't had this since maybe Diego Costa. Someone who's a bit more of a physical number 9, who's more he's clinical. He's got this kind of aura about him, and he brings a good balance to the team because I think there's not many other players like him. So like within our team, we don't have any players who are kind of that strong physical presence within our attack because for the past year or two, yes, we've had Werner, we've had Tammy Abraham, we had Kai Havertz. They're not really the strikers that we needed someone who's a bit of an animal, and I think Lukaku will bring that to our team. And look, I watched his interview on a couple of days ago, and he looks that he means business. I think the move is also special for him. I think he was always wanting to come back to Chelsea, so I think that he will. There's more of a relationship factor within the move, which is a positive. And I think maybe it'll bring 10-20% more out of him to perform for our team. And whilst he was talking within the interview, he looks like he knows what he's doing. He understands the formations. He understands the way Tuchel wants to play him. And he's matured in a way where he can play different roles. And I think he's that player who can adapt. So I have no doubt that he's not going to do. I don't think he's going to flop totally. I think he's at an age. He's in his prime. He's 28 years old. This is a good move from Chelsea, and the way I think if we add him to our strike force and he gets us over 25 goals a season, plus having Kai Havertz and lots of other players improving from last season, it makes us super strong and it gives us a real chance of winning the league.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. Charles, Lukaku is back. What do you make of all that?
I mean, we needed someone who's just going to get the ball in the back of the net. So if he can do that all season, I'm really quite happy. Like, you know, I'm not mad about the decision. Like, I think people thought I was going to be pissed off, but I'm really not. Like, I just want someone who's going to do the job properly and get us goals. That's what we need. Like, we had no issue last season. I don't know how many times I reiterated this. We had no issue getting the ball in the box, but getting the ball in the back of the net was always an issue for us. And if Lukaku can do that, and I'm happy as hell, I'm not even going to be complaining. I'll be celebrating all I want, because all you want is your team to succeed. You never want your team to fail. You always want them to succeed. So if Lukaku succeeds here, let's go. Because he has been succeeding at Inter Milan, you know, and you always want that redemption season in the Premier League, because it didn't really go off so well last time at Man U. So, yeah, you always want that redemption season. And I feel like not only does Lukaku just want to get goals, like he kind of wants to redeem himself from the last Premier League season. So I'm looking forward to this, because all I can see is goodness right now. And all I can see is positives from him being there. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
You talk about, obviously, Lukaku not having a great season at United. I thought he was bagging in goals for fun. I thought under a very defensive Jose Mourinho, it's a complete myth that Lukaku had a bad season. Yeah, okay,
but I'm not talking about the goals. He's never had an issue with getting the ball in the back of the net. That's never been an issue for me. But everything else that comes with it has kind of been an issue.
I think he's improved from
but that's my point. I'm trying to say he's improved. But but you're not understanding. The last time he was in the Premier League, how many kind of fouls did he give away? How many mistakes did he make? Things that he's gone away to Inter and learnt from. So in that stage, yes, he's better.
To be honest,
his job is to get the ball in the back of the net.
To
but
be honest,
making mistakes doesn't make him popular, especially at Chelsea.
To be honest, I don't really care about what his other part of the game is. If he puts the ball in the back of the net, I'm a happy guy. I don't really care what my striker's doing. I just want that round ball in the back of the net, because goals win matches. Like if he wants to devour a Big Mac at half time, if he wants to devour a Big Mac at half time, but he still gets me 2 goals a game, I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
What about you, Natasha? What do you make of Lukaku coming back?
I think he's froze.
He's frozen.
Not sure what's happening there. Right. Let's do some comments. Yeah, I think my internet is. Yeah, I think your internet is struggling quite a bit. I don't know if there's any way of fixing that, to be honest. Why? I don't know. Valve, you can say that Ravi's been unblocked, so I don't know who that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Valve, you can. Yeah, carry on. Yeah, I think there is a lot of issues with your internet. I don't know if there's any way of reconnecting or something, or it might just be your internet, but none of us can really hear or see you. But yeah, Chris, we'll go to you next. Lukaku, he's back. What's your thoughts?
You know what? I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with Marina. I'm Roman out. Like, terrible business. Haaland was the one for us. If we don't get Haaland next season, I'm gonna bring my Roman out brigade and everything to say I'm Roman out. Not happy with Lukaku. I love Lukaku.
No, what's his bloody name? That absolute donkey. That's the
Rory. Yeah.
Just call him up if you want a Roman out brigade. I'm sure he's always available, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. No, in all fairness to Lukaku, I really like the idea of Lukaku coming back to Chelsea. It's like a story of Chelsea. He's clinical. He's a leader now. Like you can see with Inter and everything, he's became a leader. He's matured and everything. And I think obviously in the aerial area, like he's amazing. Like he gets like 50 or 40 something goals in the air, like 6 highest in the Premier League. It's really the highest. Is there a high pitched noise in there, or is it just me?
Yeah,
No,
I think
there's
so.
there's a high now.
Yeah.
Natasha, I've just muted you. I think your internet's really there's something going on that we can't really hear you, and there's a loud pitch noise. But yeah, carry on, Chris, mate.
He just brings in air, so like Reece James, Chilwell is gonna be having the ball there, like just crossing it in constantly to Lukaku. Like we're gonna have that Lampard ball going into there, like that Lukaku would save Lampard's job, I reckon. So yeah, Lukaku's just got bagging goals. His touch is improved. I think everything's going to improve, and I think he's actually going to make Timo, Kai Havertz, players around him, even Ziyech around him, a lot better. So I'm looking forward to Lukaku massively.
Chris,
Can we just talk on Ziyech for a second? For the fact is that like no, I'm actually going to say something positive on Ziyech right now. Okay, the man got a goal and he looked like he was on the up and up. And this happened last season. He started performing well and then he got injured. And I'm like, this man can't get a break. I was really hoping Ziyech would succeed this season because I've come from a different... I'm a different person. Well, I mean, maybe not. But, you know, I'm trying to be more positive this season and trying to give these players a chance. Look, I am tolerating Jorginho. You'll need to be nice to me. I'm tolerating Jorginho. I'm being positive about Ziyech. I'm being positive about Werner. I've already accepted Pulisic. You're acting like I was bad last season. I'm being really positive. Oh, I mean, I tolerate Jorginho. That's the best you're going to get from me.
I think Niall said before, we just need a striker. We just need someone to bag the goals for us because I think our overall play, the way we played, look, were we really incredible against Crystal Palace? Not really. Like, we still won 3-0. It's like one of those things, you know. I think last year, since Thomas Tuchel was on our team, we were first or second for most created chances in the league since he came in, and with that team, you know. And I think there was so many games, so many times where, because I think what excites me is that besides, yes, Lukaku can get the goals, but Lukaku overall play is really good. I think he's got a turn of pace. He can literally turn a play in 2 seconds. He can touch the ball. No one can outmuscle him off the ball, and he can just send the player to the right, and he goes to the left, and he can literally dribble.
You know what's so good about him as well? Like how big he is. It's like he can occupy like two players at once probably. Yeah. Like how big he is and everything, and how he is actually a lot better on the ball. And then people like Timo or Kai Havertz or anyone like can go in behind him and just like he can just like ping it towards him. He's a lot quicker now. Yeah.
He's very quick. He's not as clunky as he used to be back then. We've seen the way his body has transformed, and he's fast. Like this guy, if we're trying to also play sometimes where there's, and he's clinical. He is a clinical finisher. And look, I've seen him because basically I'm also an Inter supporter in Italy, and I saw him for the whole season. His way of playing as a team, he's not like a lone striker. He's a team player, and Chelsea is kind of a team. It's not like back then we used to have Hazard, and Hazard is on the ball, pass to him. It wasn't that kind of. Our team at the moment is
we got a very good
collective of players who win us a game, and Lukaku is that kind of player also because he used to have Martinez next to him. And I think Lukaku, I'm excited. All I'm excited is I think Lukaku will do well, but all I'm excited is to see what partnerships that he will have. Maybe him and Havertz, or even Ziyech and Lukaku. So, and we all know that Thomas Tuchel is a great coach. So, but all I'm saying though is I don't want to put like in a way of pressure to think of, if he doesn't do well in the first 2 games, we're fucked. We have enough to do. We just need to see how it goes. But I think it's the right move that Chelsea have made. Though. I think
Yeah,
hopefully.
no, I'd totally agree with you there. Tuchel saying he jokes that he expects 50 or 60 goals
Yeah.
From Lukaku. I think
By winter.
rivals. I think rivals were expecting 100 goals and Lukaku to be farting fireworks out of his ass for celebrations. Like, although Lukaku's probably going to score at Old Trafford, you just know he will.
You know, I can't wait. We actually got Manchester United near the end of the season, so that's gonna be interesting. Say we're about to win the league, or we're actually very close to doing it, and he bags a goal or something. That's gonna look really good.
Could be a title race. United could also be in that title race.
Yeah,
So
they could.
it could be the best striker in the league, Mason Greenwood, to be scoring the winner, to which I'll be happy. I don't care if United win a title or not. I've said that if United are stupid enough to bring in Erling Haaland, Chelsea should literally walk up to United and go, we'll take Mason Greenwood, because that kid fixes you lot for years after Lukaku. Like, he's already this good now. And I would love it if I could watch Mason Greenwood at Chelsea scoring goals, getting titles and Champions League, because I could bully United fans for some time, because I just like Mason Greenwood. I don't care about United. I just care about Greenwood.
You know, just like Greenwood.
Yeah.
You know, I would actually swap Chilwell with a little bit of money for Greenwood, because I know the ability of Greenwood. Like, it's actually scary good how good he is. Like, he can do skill moves, he can shoot with both feet, he can play wing, strike. Like, he looks very good. And I can't say this to my brother who's a Manchester United fan. I won't say that.
Yeah,
but like, I know how good he is.
Look, I think Man United. I think a lot of well, we're getting off topic here, but anyways, I'll say it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on Man United this season. Like, look, do I think Ole could really try and compete to win a title? Like, anything can happen. But
I think he's got the players.
I think a lot of people are sleeping on Man United this season. I think Man U are gonna do well. Like, and I think anyways, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, Green was a good player. But I think what Vel was trying to said before, like, yes, Do I think Lukaku's the best striker in the league now? I think Kane is better. But we don't need to have the best. All we need is to have a guy who's gonna get us the numbers. That's all we really need.
Did I say Chilwell? I meant Cho. That's not Cho. I meant Cho. If I said Chilwell, I meant to be Cho.
You said Chilwell. Yeah.
To be fair, you could swap Chilwell or anyone really, as long as whoever it is.
I like
gets you
Chilwell.
Who said Hudson-Odoi? I heard someone say Hudson-Odoi.
Chris said he would.
I would swap Hudson-Odoi for Greenwood. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Chris, we've just not become friends right now.
No, I like Joe, but like, I know the ability of Greenwood, and he doesn't get injured. He can literally play strike, wing, five. Like,
I'm not saying Greenwood's not good, but we need to give Hudson-Odoi a chance, because I don't know if you'll remember the Sarri season where actually Hudson-Odoi was doing great.
You can give him a chance what you like. Greenwood is just better, and there are everything to back that up. And I was just saying it would be funny because United fans would be in tears then. But yes, I've unbanned Ravi. Fuck knows why he was banned. I'm actually fuming about that, but we'll move on. I'll work that out later. Even at United, he scored 1 in 2 ratio. Yeah, 1 goal in 2 games. That's not bad. It's really good, actually. I think Greenwood will surpass Maradona and Messi combined.
Okay, you're going a bit too far on Messi and stuff.
Okay, he's also better than Pele. No, he wasn't doing. Oh no, yeah, but he was still scoring shit tons of goals. I mean, I think he ended 2 seasons with 49 goals. That's bloody good. Like, that's what, 25 a season? I expect all strikers, if you're world class, you have about 25 goals a season. So that's the way I'd do it.
I think Lukaku is going to be that kind of player for us, where if we need someone to win us a game, it might be him. You know, just like an elusive goal, something where like maybe we can't break down a team and just, you know, bang, you know. And we've missed that for quite a long time. So
Chris is upset. Mustafa saying, "Chris, we don't want Ben Bonwell." I mean, they have got Luke Shaw, haven't they?
No, I didn't mean
Okay,
to say
so-
Chilwell. In all fairness, I actually like Chilwell. Like he's better than Luke Shaw anyway,
He-
so it doesn't matter.
It's okay. Mustafa still doesn't want Cho either. But moving on, Tammy has left. We're not really going to touch on that too much, but I do want to quickly touch on the Werner abuse. Obviously, he was told to get out of Chelsea by some absolute wanker. There's ways of motivating your players, but I suppose before your biggest game again, well, not your biggest game, but before before a London derby against Arsenal, I suppose the exact thing you want to say is, well, now get out of Chelsea, mate, because that's really going to help his confidence if it's not already smashed to smithereens with a fucking baseball bat as it is. So what's everyone think of that? I mean, I'm sure Tuchel's got better man management than that player, that absolute twat does. So I can imagine Tuchel's probably put his arm around Werner and gone, he's just an absolute wanker. Go get a goal against Arsenal.
You know the Werner thing. I hope this actually motivates him, like to prove like people hit like that guy wrong, like massively, because
it just wasn't right to do that.
Of course, I'm not saying that, but I think Werner's actually dealt with like worse, like in his like Leipzig days. Like Germany hates him because of Leipzig, and he did that one dive or something. I hear like he gets booed and everything. He's dealt with worse than like that one guy.
I think he's probably had it worse here, to be honest, because at Leipzig, like at least at Leipzig, he had some good times.
Oh
Here
yeah, I mean yeah.
Like, he does have that group of fans that like made the chants up and supported him, but a lot of the fans, the further along this season gone, bearing in mind it's just his first season, I included, were like, why is he not getting these goals? Like, what is wrong? Like, his job is to get these. And, you know, you have to take a step back and reevaluate the fact that he's obviously moved from the Bundesliga to here. And the fact that this season, I'm hoping for the best for him. Yeah, the fan probably...
It's not like you sat there... It's not like you sat there abusing him, though. Like you...
Oh no, I don't agree with any of that. Yes, I was like, I wish he'd just get more goals, and yes, my frustration was there. But
you were
I think
slightly brutal, but you were never abusive. That's the thing.
And you wouldn't actually go and say it to him.
I absolutely would never, because I don't have that disrespect for my players. Yes, I get frustrated and angry, just like every other fan is allowed to get frustrated and angry. But there is a way to do it, and I would never go and be like, oh, you're shit, get out my club. Yes, I've said it a few times in anger, but it's never like I've meant it, because actually he needs to have a chance to show himself this season. Like, it's his second season, give him a second chance. Like, and his first open training session, like, I just think is a little bit disrespectful. Like, the fact that, like, he was part of the Champions League winning team, like, give him a chance.
Yeah, look, and I can't, like, everyone's got an opinion, but at the same time, it's like, it's not like you have to give your opinion in that manner, you know? I think keep the opinion to yourself. Because I understand where the guy's come from. He's frustrated because Timo hasn't really been, look, he did well, but he hasn't been the person who we all thought that he could have been. But at the same time, yeah, maybe it's the wrong manner of.
I think that guy just wanted to be a dickhead, though. That's all he wanted to be there. He just wanted to say and get a reaction. He knows he got a reaction on social media, like Twitter and everything. So I think he did it for that reason as well. He might not. Obviously, he probably doesn't want Werner, but like how reactionary do you have to be to say that after one season? Though? Like, give him a second season and at least like see what he does there, because he could be in his words right now. You never know.
Just to clarify, the only person that won in that video was the blonde lady who went, who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are? You're not a Chelsea fan.
She chased him out of Stamford Bridge. She's chased him out of Stamford Bridge.
That woman deserves an absolute upgrade in her membership. What a baller.
She deserves
She looked like she was someone's mum as well. And I was like, if that was my mum, I'd be like, Mum, do you want to come to every Chelsea game?
But to be fair, she probably deserves a signed Werner shirt, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I agree.
So maybe Werner should sort that out. Just make sure that he knows that he's got to hit the shirt with the pen and then do the signature, just in case he has forgotten. You can joke about it, and I'm sure Werner would probably. I think even Werner's joked about it before.
Yeah.
But-
He knows he should be scoring more. He knows this.
Well, yeah, he's not a bloody idiot. He knows that he needs to score more, but maybe we'll relax a little bit more this season. But
you know what I
do
like
wanna...
about Timo though as well? Like he always tries though. He always tries his best in every game. He doesn't like half-ass it. Like he always if he ain't gonna score goals, he's gonna like try to provide something else, a penalty, assist,
100%.
anything, a movement run. Like he's gonna try to do something for the team. And he's only
100%.
caring about how Chelsea like win trophies now. That's all he wants. And he wants the best for Chelsea.
He just wants to win trophies, as many professional footballers do. But I want to move on to one of your young players who has taken this pre-season by absolute storm, and I'm sure you all know who this is. Now, Thomas Tuchel has been having a little chat. Also, big up to Ravi. I'm not sure why you were banned, but when I find out who did ban you, they're going to be, they're going to regret that decision. A bit like, how do I put it? A bit like when Pep lost the Champions League and was made to regret that decision and not playing a DM. I'll smash them up. But I want to talk about Chalobah, because Thomas Tuchel's had a little bit of a chat about Chalobah. Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel has admitted that he could try talented youngster Trevor Chalobah in midfield at some stage. He has said, for us, he's only played in the back three. So right now, I'd say these are the three positions he can achieve the most on the high level. It's my opinion after 6-7 weeks, there is enough room, enough space, and enough time for him to convince me that he is maybe even a solution for us as a fourth midfielder. At one time, we will maybe try it. We have this in mind. We just talked on the pitch about it within the staff because he was doing a good ball possession exercise in the middle of the pitch. I just asked the same question. Could he be the number 4 solution in midfield? I think now is not the time to confuse him and try too many roles. So Chalobah, fourth choice midfielder. I mean,
this
Tuchel has been
so happy.
He's been known to do a bit of a madness. Everyone thought it would be Cho at right wing back, but could the bit of madness from Tuchel be Chalobah as a central midfielder?
Do you know what? I think people need to not underestimate the fact that Chalobah is extremely talented. I don't know if many people know this, but back in 2013, Romelu Lukaku teamed up with Nathaniel Chalobah. So obviously Trevor has a brother, Nathaniel, and both Chalobah brothers are now linking up with Lukaku, which I think for me is a little bit like, well, you've got to give it a go. For me, if we look at the Super Cup, Trevor Chalobah, bearing in mind our defenders are Champions League winners, like Rudiger, like Christensen, like Aspie. Trevor Chalobah was the only person that made no fouls and was not dribbled past in the Super Cup. That, because I didn't think he was going to do. I personally didn't know how he was going to perform being put in this big event of a Super Cup. But he handled the pressure well. He was calm, collected. You saw Rudiger try and lose his shit. Trevor Chalobah was so chilled, man. Man is so chilled. I was like, yes. But I've been watching Chalobah since he was in the academy. So for me, he's someone I've always wanted to see make the squad. So when Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Abraham, all that came through, I was hoping at one point Chalobah would make it because he's incredibly talented. Yes, it's going to be a big position for him to fill, and maybe it won't work out, but you never know until you try. And if he tries and it doesn't work out, then yes, we can work it out. But you have to give him a chance because right now, Chalobah's not actually giving you a reason to doubt him. He's done nothing wrong in the 2 games he's played. And yes, it's 2 games, and I get that. People are going to be like, oh, it's 2 games. But give him a chance. Give him a chance to prove himself. Because if it doesn't work, in January, you can go and buy somebody. But if it works and it turns out to be one of the best things, we're not going to regret it. We're not going to be like, oh, that was a bad move. We're going to be like, Tuchel made the right decision. But he has to be given that chance right now. And maybe it might be too big for him, and I could hold my hands up and be like, yeah, he was too young, and he's at that point. But he's the same age as Pulisic, and Pulisic is under the same pressure. So I think he can handle it.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. What about you, Alex? Chalobah, midfielder?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with what I've seen. I guess I think goes to Thomas Tuchel. He was saying, I think, he's still just adapting within that role. I think there's no point to overdo it. Let him learn that role what he's been in. But he did say that he's going to be part of the squad now, which is a positive factor.
Yeah.
I think, and he was saying, look, he's got people around him who have won things like Rudiger, and besides Rudiger, and he's got Thiago Silva on his side, which is an important thing. Depending on what role he'll be in the next couple of years, we don't know. I think neither Thomas Tuchel doesn't even know probably what role he will really have. But for now, he seems promising. Great goal that he scored. That was quite a special moment for him, and I'm happy for him. But we'll have to see how it goes from here. It's one of those things you want to see someone keep it up now and keep doing the performances. But I'm happy with him, and just see where it goes. But it's pleasing to see. And look, the way that I've seen him play, especially in the last 2-3 games, even in the preseason, he's got a bit of everything about him. I think he can play with the ball. He's got the modern style defender. I'll be interested to see him maybe in a back four and see how that would play out. But he's versatile, which is an important thing that we need in our team. So, and Thomas Tuchel likes to rotate. So I don't see why not give him a chance. Yes, we've been linked with Koundé. I think Koundé still could be a good option to bring into Chelsea. But, I'm pleased that he's staying, because I think there was a lot of rumours of him leaving. And I think Thomas Tuchel announced today that he's actually going to be part of the squad. And look, we have how many? Almost over 50 games in a season, depending on how far we go in different competitions. He's going to be playing a lot more, and we're gonna need players like him who've done performances like that to come off the bench or just to play another match. It's
Not
I
every
think-
game.
important
I
thing
think
for our
with
team. And
No, go on, carry on.
no, nothing. I'm pleased.
I just-
that it's worked
I think
out.
with Trevor, like, you've seen him. The Super Cup was, maybe not to some, but to me, a trophy is still a trophy. And Super Cup was a big platform to put him on as in a lineup, especially starting. So the fact that he handled that so well shows me that if we needed to bring him on in any point or moment, he would handle that like a boss. And he showed that he's got the maturity to be able to hand these pressure games. Yes, he may not start every game, but if someone needs a rest, we've got Chalobah. He's someone who we could be like, he'll start, and then we can bring Rudiger on for a couple of 20 minutes, or whoever. It could be one of those, we're resting people, because let's be realistic. Kante's already injured. My heart is broken. Just to clarify, the picture this morning they released of Kante being a goalkeeper, my heart melted. Kante is a legend. No one beats N'Golo Kante, okay? But, I'm really looking forward to this season, and I think I'm very optimistic because I just see good things coming. When last season Lampard was there and you were just a bit it's just I'm depressed. I'm on the couch. I don't really want to get up. I'm watching Jeremy Kyle. I don't want to miss the rest of Jeremy Kyle. Whereas now I'm like, I want to miss the rest of Jeremy Kyle. Put the Chelsea game on. Put the Chelsea. I feel so much more positive about this season because we're starting with this manager who I think we should have started with last season, who obviously due to reasons we couldn't, but this manager who we all believe in, who we all are like, yes, this is so positive, let's go.
No, I would definitely agree.
The only thing though is I think we have to remember there's going to be negative patches, and I think that's normal.
No, of course.
And I think we have to still remember what the aim is. I think, trust me, I think we're happy now, but there's gonna be times when we're gonna be like, oh my god, like I don't want to like there's gonna be times when we will be in a bad patch. I think
Yeah.
usually if we're champions, anyone always has a bit of like 1 or 2 games where it's like, oh, that wasn't good. But coming to defenders, we have Rudiger, Zuma, who might leave. So Zuma could be out the window. So Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen. Who else do we have? Chalobah.
Aspie can play right-sided centre back. Reece James can play right-sided centre.
Christensen, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Zuma. That's why bringing Chalobah is pretty good. And look, and he's also
Literally.
I think he suits the Prem in a way. I think him bulking up also a bit more. He's still very young, but I think the way he looks promising. I don't want to put too much hype on him. Yes, okay, he's had a really good game, but let's just see how it goes. That's how I want to see it go, because it's his first season, and I think he will get a lot of playing time. I think for Tuchel to play him in a final, yes, okay, it's a Super Cup. It's maybe not the biggest trophy, but to still play him in that game, maybe
it's not like every game is against fucking City, Liverpool, United. You have got teams like Norwich, Palace, Brentford, which realistically, even if you start with Chalobah, you've still got, if you, let's say the trust isn't completely there, you've still got 10 very, very trusted players that should be able to pick up the job. So it's not like every game is a really difficult game that you can't play someone. It's such a myth, and it really annoys me when I hear, United fans going, "Oh, we couldn't really play James Garner." It's like, what? So every game, well, actually, maybe for United it was difficult, but for every game, you couldn't play him in any of the games. Like what, against Sheffield United? No, they got beat by him at home, but not every game is an extremely difficult game. And even if it is sort of come half time or 60 minutes, you still should have the players on the bench to go, right, Havertz, I want you to get on that pitch, go get me a goal, or I swear I'm grounding you for the week and taking away your pocket money. Sort of you should have that ability. It baffles me.
I would just a heads up.
Yeah.
Arsenal have signed Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I saw something today. I was just on my phone, and something came up like, imagine if you put Aaron Ramsdale's money together with Ben White's money, it's just as much as Real Madrid bought Ronaldo back in 2009 for 80 million euros.
It's mad. It is mad. Ramsdale is
it's money. The football market is.
Oh, it's been elevated way past Ronaldo's years, but Ramsdale is still a fairly good goalkeeper. I hope he gets it over Leno.
Yeah.
Not a problem, Ravi.
Over starts on the weekend. I don't think.
Yeah, might do.
I think.
I mean,
I don't know. Look, I wouldn't be too sad about it. I wouldn't be too sad about it. Like, I think
there's certainly a lack of trust with Leno. Else, why are you so desperate to bring in another goalkeeper? Ravi says massive shout out to Charles. Mustafa Kopp, look at my recent. Oh dear. Velvet exposed Chris for, I presume, something. God knows that. I watched Chalobah a lot when he was at Lorient in French League as a central midfielder. He is very, very good. Nice. There's a lot of comments. No Valve at home in love with Eddie. Okay. Big up to Natasha. Big up. Yeah, if you want to hop on, if the internet's sorted and you want to pop on, you're more than welcome to. Wow. Okay, Velvishwan. Okay, mate.
Wow.
That is X-rated. Ramsdale has joined the smallest club in London.
No. Joint smallest club. Add Spurs to that as well. Thank you.
Ramsdale is awful now. He's not awful. Yeah, I watched. I looked. I was reading a tweet, and it was like Ramsdale's had 3 relegations. I'm like, oh my god, you've brought up the most pointless, ridiculous argument in the world. Yes, he's got 3 relegations. One with Sheffield United, one with Bournemouth, and the other one I think was with Chesterfield. I do. Do I need to go in any further on why that's a? Oh, there's background, not background, an echo on your side. So yeah, God, there's a bit of echo I think on your side, Natasha, but yeah, that's the one, Mustafa. Ramsdale has been relegated in every team he's joined. Ugh, yeah, such a shocking argument.
I want to ask you guys a question. Who do you think Chelsea should play on this weekend, the front 3? Like, Charlotte, who do you think, if you had to pick them, what would be your front 3? Would it be, who would you pick?
Lukaku. But I wouldn't start him. This is where I'm going to be a little bit controversial. I wouldn't start him. I would bring him on. You either start him and take him off after 60 minutes, or you don't start him and he comes off after 20. Just because this is first game.
Hold on, he's had an entire pre-season with Inter.
No, but it's his first game. You don't want to rush into it. He gets injured and then we've got him out for the whole season.
Hold on, why would he be injured if he's had an entire pre-season?
Have you met Arsenal? They're like the vilest people in the world. Sorry, but I don't actually want my Lukaku getting like...
Lukaku will end up 2 foot in the wankers into next year.
Yeah, that's true.
To be fair, Lukaku probably gets sent off after... He probably gets sent off after 60 minutes after 2 foot in Ben White. Ben White probably goes, I'm better than Varane, and Lukaku just 2 foots him.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw some Arsenal fan tweet a video of Lukaku training, and someone tagged at Ben White, going, "At Ben White, you better fucking watch this." I was like, no, I definitely. It would either be Lukaku, Werner and Havertz, or Lukaku, Werner and Mount.
See, I'd be going Lukaku, Werner, and Havertz only because I've got an agenda against Mason Mount briefly until he, actually shows up for his national team. Still missing in my eyes. Still can't find him. Dumb shit. I don't like him. We'll try and sort it out for the watch on Natasha. Not a problem. Ramsdale conceded 63.
I wouldn't start Werner. I would start Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku if that would be my front 3. Because I think Arsenal are not going to be the team who we're going to try and. Because look, Werner on the ball, he's not the guy who's going to because it's going to be a tight game. I think Arsenal are not going to. They're going to try and play the underdog. They're going to do the same exact thing that they did when they won 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. They're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to have more of the ball, and we're going to need. I think Havertz is a must start for me. Havertz loses this game 100,000,000%. Depending if Mount or Werner or Ziyech will be available for this game. Tuchel did say that Ziyech is available, so Ziyech is available. Kante is available also. So, but the only player that is not available for this game is Pulisic, which I'm a bit annoyed about because I think Pulisic would have been perfect for this game with Lukaku and him. I would be interested to see that partnership. So yeah, but I do have a suspicion that he's not going to start Lukaku, and I think he's going to bring him off the bench. I don't know why, but it would be a very Thomas Tuchel thing to do, to not start him, and for them to Chelsea maybe have already winning, and then to bring Lukaku on and to then win us the game even more. It really depends. If we have a week's rest. We don't have a lot of games at the moment, so why not just play him? Because we're gonna play Liverpool a week on after, and look, there's no better time to start Lukaku, against Arsenal at their stadium. It's if you start Lukaku, the Arsenal defenders are gonna be having to think twice about what are we going to do in this game? You know, it's gonna build more pressure on especially on the Arsenal defense and the overall team. It's gonna make us look more dangerous and potent. So I think Lukaku has to start for me. Yes,
100%. Some comments here. Question for Charles. What defense will it be against Arsenal?
I mean, I would like to see, personally, this is just my personal opinion, I could be wrong. I would like to see Chalobah start. Quite happy with that one. I don't think he's not earned his place to start at the minute. So I would like to see Chalobah. Rudiger, I like Rudiger. I apologize to Rudiger last season. Me and Rudiger are friends now. So yeah, I'd like to see Rudiger start. Maybe Aspie, maybe Silva, depending on who's in better condition. We'll see. But yeah, I mean,
I've got to a point where I don't really care if he plays in defense. I think I'm so confident, not in a team. Like I think Christensen, he's come out of his shell now also. You know, like I think like look, I want to like look the games that I look forward the most in a season is Arsenal. Like I enjoy playing Arsenal. That's the game. I look at the calendar. I pinpoint what the Arsenal game is, and I want to play Chelsea's strongest team. Bring Thiago Silva. But yeah, I think Charlotte. Yeah, I would definitely want to play Chalobah again. You know, I think on that, especially on the right centre back position. So maybe have Thiago Silva in the middle, or Christensen, one of the two, and then have Rudiger on the left. I think that works, and then maybe Aspie on the right. I think you will probably play Aspie because of Tierney. Look, Tierney is a good player, and I think he could be dangerous on that side. And Chalobah, like he does have, he's quick, he's not slow, and he's got good height to him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts him again. It's a good pick of a bunch. You know, there's not really anything wrong you could do. Okay, do I want to pick Zuma? Yes, I think if you pick Zuma, I think Zuma could also do a really good job. We could really be dangerous aerially and from corners. So they all bring different things to the table. So it's going to be interesting what he does.
100%. Is there background noise? Yeah, there is. There's still an echo. Yeah, so basically, normally if you don't wear like headphones or something, or StreamYard's just weird. Obviously, it could be a delay. If there's a delay from the feed from me talking to you hearing it, we'll be picking that up. So it's really weird. Headphones are normally the best to sort that out. But finally, Ziyech and Kante are apparently training. They've both trained. It looks very positive in from what Thomas Tuchel has said. Charles, Kante, do you think he'll play against Arsenal?
No. Just because realistically, this is. I don't mean to be horrible or sound horrible. I know we lost to them twice. I know we lost to them last season, but this is not a big game for me. Yes, it's a North London derby, but I mean, yes, I would like to win it, but it's not a game that I want to be risking Kante in. It's not. I think also for the fact that it's only our second game of the season, again, it's not a risk that I want to take. If this was like halfway through the season, I'd change my mind. But this is the first couple of games, and I just think it's more important to rest Kante, get him back to full 100% health, than actually chuck him on. Like, this is the thing. Tuchel manages, so he won't make this mistake of being like, oh, let's Kante play. He's only like 80% fit. Let's see what happens. And then he gets another injury. He won't do that. So, no, I don't think he'll be.
I want him to start. But if he doesn't start, I won't be bothered. But I just want Kante to start just to rid Arsenal's midfield. I just want to see that. I would love Kante to start. I would rather have Kante start than against Liverpool. I don't know why. I just want for Arsenal people an Arsenal midfield to realise how good Kante is. I think they already know how good he is, but I just want like a Kante man of the match performance in midfield. And
Xhaka and Lukaku versus that midfield.
So
brutal.
I don't think it's going to start. I think I agree with Charlotte. I don't think it's going to start either. But I would like to see him play though.
Yeah, I hear that.
This is my thing. Like, I would like to see him play. Like, everyone knows I'm a massive Kante stan. I absolutely adore him. But I agree with Alex. Like, it's just too much of a risk. Like, it especially like in the first 2 games. If he's 100% and Tuchel goes, thing is though, Tuchel will know. Bruno, but Tuchel will know whether he's 100% fit, and if Tuchel plays him, I trust him because I know he's 100% fit. That's the thing. Like, I'm not mad if he doesn't play or if he does. If he does play, I know he's 100% fit and he's good. If he doesn't, I know Tuchel wants to rest him because the fact that he's not 100% sure. And I respect either way of the decision.
Yeah, I totally agree there. Natasha, what about
you? Is it still working? Is it working now?
Yeah, it's all good now. It's all good now. What would be your preferred defense or no? Kante and Ziyech. Do you think either of them will start against Arsenal?
Well, I haven't seen their post matches, but I think they will.
Think they might.
Yeah,
he might. He might try Kante. I think Kante was.
Well, I think Kante has more goals.
Don't know if he's more goals, but he definitely gets that midfield. But apparently, according to Tuchel, it says very positive. But we're going to do score predictions now before we wrap up because I've got 30 minutes until I'm live again with a watch along because the Liverpool show has been moved to a Thursday. I get to do a watch along at a championship. I've got Bristol City versus Swansea City. Interesting.
I'll be watching now.
I'm doing a watch along for that one. Got Liam on that one. It should be interesting. Argyle have picked up Swansea in the Carabao Cup second round, so I'm having a little scouting expedition as well. Just having a little test to see what Swansea are about. So that's at 7:30. So do make sure you join me for that as well. And Charles, your score prediction, please, against Arsenal.
2-1.
2-1
to Chelsea, obviously.
I didn't really think you'd think Arsenal would score 2 goals, but thank you for confirming that it's to Chelsea. What about you, Alex?
It's going to be just a simple 1-0 Chelsea, I think.
1-0 Chelsea?
It's going to be, I think my heart would say 3-1, but my head is saying 1-0.
I hear that. I do. What about you, Natasha? Score prediction.
Arsenal are so delusional. 4-1 Chelsea.
4-1. Oh, that's certainly big score prediction. Don't know if Arsenal going to keep 4 goals, but they may do. I mean, depends on who's in goal, really. I mean, if they start Ramsdale, I think it'll be a lot closer. If they start Leno, I think they're fucked. If I'm being completely honest with you, because I think Ramsdale's better than Leno. I don't get why these Arsenal fans...
Chelsea's.
I just don't get
Chelsea.
why
if they start Kepa, they're screwed.
Well, you say that, but you won a Super Cup with Kepa now, so maybe.
Yeah, but he came on for penalties. That was it, though. He came on for the penalties.
That's because Kepa's specialist thing is penalties. We all have to remember that. Kepa's specialty is penalties, so let's give him some credit for that.
For me, I will.
Yeah, but the Carabao Cup final, it went to penalties, and he was in goal.
Oh, he's not going to say.
I'll be bringing that up again. I've never known a Chelsea fan to bring that shit up. Like, call yourself a Chelsea fan.
I mean, for me, I don't think Kepa's actually that bad. I watched him in the FA Cup. Was it semi-final against City? I thought he had a good game.
Yeah, it was. It was 1-0, I think.
Yeah, I thought. The games that Kepa started under Tuchel, He's been very good, right? But also, name me one player apart from Mason Mount that under Frank Lampard had a good season. You can't. Like
Well, I
there
think
was
Timo Werner probably.
what had a good season under Frank Lampard.
I actually didn't even know if he was there under Frank Lampard.
He was there at the start. Frank brought him in. Frank. No, absolutely not. Kepa is better than Ramsdale. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Maybe. Yeah, but I actually like Kepa. Look, I understand why all this angst. He made a lot of mistakes, but he's still a very good goalkeeper. He's still a good goalkeeper. Jamil Blackman, former Chelsea goalkeeper, is better. Tammy Abraham. Okay.
Oh, piss off. No.
Okay. So I asked for one player that's had a good season under Frank Lampard, and you bring me Tammy Abraham.
If you're going to say anyone, say Mason Mount. No.
I said apart from Mason Mount, you couldn't have Mount because we all know.
I'm sorry, you can't even bring Abraham up.
Well,
No.
he started Mason Mount every game.
Bambi on Ice is gone. Bambi on Ice has gone to Mourinho. He's Mourinho's problem now. He's not mine.
What I'm getting
I didn't even want to hold the door when I didn't want to hold the door for Tammy Abraham to leave. That's how much of a fuck I give.
What I'm getting at is under Tuchel, every time Kepa's played in goal, he's had a good game. I can't think of a bad game that Kepa has had under Thomas Tuchel, right? And yes, Mendy is there, and Mendy's a very good goalkeeper. But I have not seen one game that Kepa Arrizabalaga has started under Thomas Tuchel and has had a howler. Not one, right? Maybe it's because he likes Thomas Tuchel more. Maybe it's because the goalkeeping coach is slowly getting...
Frank Lampard didn't start him as a lot.
Well, he started him a lot in his first season. Then, obviously, towards the end, brought Edward Mendy in at the end of the transfer window, didn't he? And then they did that switch. But I also remember David De Gea first at Manchester United, and he was, to say dodgy at best would be, would be a fair shout. So, Kepa, I wouldn't write Kepa off just yet. I still think there's a good goalkeeper in there. I think Chelsea right now are sitting on two good goalkeepers. Yes, okay, admittedly, one of them did cost £72 million, but that's not Kepa's fault. It's not Kepa's fault that someone decided
£70 million flop.
Yeah, you could say a £72 million flop because...
Just to clarify, that £72 million flop is, and I don't like Kepa that much, is the reason we have a Super Cup. So when you want to come at us, just remind yourself that Kepa is the reason we have 2 trophies this season.
I do agree. £72 million Kepa is a flop, but Kepa's not in charge. That someone.
If it's 100 million, that would just be so wasteful.
No. It wasn't 100. It was 72.
If it was 100, it'd be wasteful.
Well, yeah, of course it would. Just like most transfers, 100 quid would be.
But that was Jack Grealish for Man City.
Yeah, that's also a flop, or a very stupid move. But to be fair, Pep and stupid move seems to be becoming quite a common appearance. But we are going to wrap it up there because I've, as I say, got to go and run. But we'll be back at 7:30 for Bristol City versus Swansea City. Should be an interesting watch along, that's for sure. But before we do go, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Check out our socials, Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok, Let's Talk Premier League.
Subscribe, the next time you walk, you'll step on a Lego.
Lovely. Charles, where can they find you?
You can find me on here probably a lot of the time. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram on @Charles_strong. I am only 35 away from 1K on Twitter. And then you can find me on GNA TV as the new host of the women's football show. I will be doing an Arsenal-Chelsea women's watch-along as that's our first game of the season. And I'm going to be starting a weekly panel for women's football. So, yeah, check it out.
It's on Sky Sports now, isn't it? Women's football.
It's the first time that we've had more than Basically, the majority of the games are on being televised. It's the first time this season that the season tickets have sold out within the first hour. And it is also the first time that every single one of the women's football teams in the WSL have sold out of their season tickets.
That's decent. But it is on Sky, so I will definitely have a little bit more of a watch of that. But Alex, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, just my Twitter handle is below here. Yeah, thanks for having me on. And yeah, I'll just shout to Occasional Filter Football, the funny YouTube channel, and then the other one is, oh my god, completely forgot. Wait, give me a second. Oh yeah, and then the Blue Lounge. So shout out to the Blue Lounge also on YouTube. Both Chelsea channels, and yeah, thank you.
Not a problem, not a problem. As I said, we'll be back in 20 minutes. But until then, actually, I forgot Natasha. Natasha, where can they find you? Sorry about that.
Well, I kind of don't have one.
Okay, cool. Not a problem. I will catch you guys in a bit. I'll be back in 20 minutes. But until then, thanks for watching and peace out, guys.